First, just a day away or so from playing in the regional, your part, just your thoughts on it.
Yeah, we've started the countdown the last few days, minus 48, now minus 24. Good to get on the field one last time. It feels like we handed over the keys to Plainsman Park to the NCAA and falling in line with the other three teams we're going to compete against. Beautiful weather, it's going to be warm, but it's exciting to be on the field because the next time we take it'll be for keeps. And you play an entire season for moments where it's time to prove it, and you've got to draw from every experience that you've had for this entire season and put it into play. There's no more reset. There's no more, hey, what happens next week, and this is it. So you have to prove it, and you have to play well to continue to advance. And so we know we need to start fast. I think our guys know that they need to absolutely be at their best from Jump Street, because if you've ever competed in NCAA Regional, you know that Game 1 and Game 2 is huge to having a realistic opportunity of succeeding in a regional.
Just in the time you've got to look at Southeast Louisiana, just what stands out about that?
Yeah, the first things is you're either going to play somebody really good. Think about the traditional teams that we have in here. Florida State, 44 consecutive regionals. Let that soak in for a minute, how much you should respect that. Then UCLA, the last time I competed against them was for a national championship on a different ball club, but same head coach and the same principal program that still does an amazing job. And they're just traditional and they're great with so much experience. And then the Southeast Louisiana team falls under the category 5. They just won their tournament. And then when you look at them immediately, you start looking at all the things that you have to prepare for. Fake breaks and antsy on the bases. They're going to be moving and jockeying for position all the time. The last time I competed against them, they stole home on us. So this team is going to do a lot. They're going to be on the plate. They're going to crowd it and try to make us feel uncomfortable more than any team that we've played probably this year. They've been hit in excess of over 100 times, or hit by pitches. One player on the team has 35 HBPs, which is incredible to me, and they've stolen over 100 bases. Just that enough that they're hot, and they do a couple of things offensively that's a little bit different. And we're going to see a left-hander. We haven't seen a ton of left-handed starting pitchers this year. It's a little bit softer. Can we stay in our crouch? Can we stay balanced once we load instead of leaking out like he's going to want us to? I think it's going to be more of a changeup than a breaking ball. So can we stay in the hole? Can we stay back and drive the ball back at him, middle field the other way? And the elephant in the room is, can we get our offense reset? We've played in the range in this last couple of weeks where it's been a little bit slower. But we've played in the range defensively. We played in the range from a pitching standpoint. Can we get our offense back to where we played for the majority of the season? That's what I'm interested in as far as us.
Butch, Trace Bright for the start in Game 1, and do you like the way he sort of finished the season, the way he's pitching right now?
I do. I think he's gotten better and better and better. He's got to a certain point in the game where it's been most of his challenges. We've pushed through that. We've seen that. We've discovered that. Now we're trying to be more proactive in how to use Trace. For the same things I just mentioned about Southeast Louisiana, we think he's a guy that can pitch in, but not miss too much in if their feet are going to be right on the chalk or close to the plate, as we've seen. So we think he can command the ball, get in there, and then we'll probably throw Joseph Game 2, because you're looking at either that 1-0 game is humongous to get you to the back end, or at least get you to the championship portion of the tournament, or you're trying to extend the season. And we've had Joseph in that 3-hole, but I think we all know probably that Joseph has been our most consistent starter the entire year. So, but past that, we will not look past that. But I'm comfortable in saying, as long as these guys keep getting up and feeling good, that Trace would throw Game 2 and Joseph, regardless, would throw Game 2 for us.
What was your message to the team before you left the field just a minute ago?
Be over here for a scouting report in a few minutes. No. Prove it's kind of our motto right now. Some people believe in our program, some people don't. And it's always that way, no matter what stage you are. But we haven't won a championship yet. We've had a good season. We've done some nice things. We finished the regular season tied for third most wins in the SEC. We play in the Western Division, which is the best division in college baseball, and has been. We finished tied for the most wins on the road in the SEC. We've done some nice things this year. But it's time to win some part of a championship. We've had a couple of chances. We've had the West, we've had the SEC, we've had the tournament. So we're still searching for something. So I hope there's a hunger to try to go out and prove something. This is another opportunity, maybe the last, for this team to try to go prove something and win a championship of some type this season.
You like what you've seen out of your guys coming back and this week of work that you guys put in on the field?
Yeah, I can't say at the first and then the middle and at the end that I trust this team and internally. So I've continued to do that. They've handled themselves well. We spent a lot of time together the last week. I don't know if they love me for it or hate me for it, but they're out of school, and these are memories for a lifetime. And they put another brick in the wall of our program by hosting a regional, first time since 2010. So these guys have done some amazing things. We spent some time together at the field a lot. We wound up playing a squad game Friday, Monday, and last night because you got to continue to get at bats with how much time we've had off. But we've been out in the woods, we've been fishing, we've been skeets, got some peanuts, we've been on boat rides, we've been swimming. We've tried to stay together as much as we can as a ball club, and I hope it's been a nice experience for our guys. It has for our staff, but it's time to play ball.
Butch, how about Cole Foster's availability and possibility of Hayden Mullins this weekend?
Yeah, Hayden Mullins will be out. He has thrown a couple of bullpens, but I don't know if that will ever happen. Just like I think I reported initially, Cole Foster's in there, so he'll be back in there. We think he gives us a shot in arm. We think he's a real threat in the box to do something, especially against some higher level pitching. We think he is a threat, probably the best way to put it. And he actually participated Friday, Monday, and Wednesday in the squad games. So he could have been in there as early as game 2 or 3 in the SEC tournament. And ever since we got back, he's participated in all our squad games. So
and you mentioned to your team, I think, a few days ago when the announcement was made that it had a dog pile here at Place Park since '99. What type of opportunity is that for you guys?
Yeah, and there have been some meaningful moments. Even since we've been here, some awesome things have happened on this field. It's just one we haven't done. I'm just always looking for a way for our program to check boxes. To me, that's how you build a program, when you get a chance to check another box. And I think I brought up Creed Simpson's home run in 2010. It was so dramatic here. And we got David Ross's, and yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of Stephen Williams at Georgia Tech. But man, this is an opportunity to create another one of those moments for our fans and for our players and for our program that kind of stand the test of time. That's pretty awesome.
The history your guys' program has with Florida State, just what's that added that weekend, especially getting them here for, I think, the first time in postseason history?
Yeah, I want to play UCLA. I want to play Florida State. We're absolutely going to play Southeast Louisiana. This is what this is all about. This is part of, I want to play these traditional teams. This is what it means. I'm hearing a lot from our alumni in the past. It's been a part of those 12 times that Florida State and Auburn's hooked up. We waved that banner for those men that have participated in that. Our club, since I've been here, 2017 was in a regional final down to the last pitch at Florida State. So, but again, we've never tried to make this thing about revenge or redemption. This is all about execution, and that's what we need to do better than what we've done the last couple of times we've taken the field. That will be the difference in how we the outcomes. But man, I want to play these schools. This is what you train for. This is what you get your program in position to play teams like that. I love the tradition-rich teams that are in this program this week. I think it's fantastic.
What would you say with those names, and of course Southeast Louisiana, who won their conference? Would you say that this is one of the tougher regionals in all the brackets?
Absolutely. And I don't put a lot of stock into these guys that are talking. That's been in their basement for forever, that are doing these games and are these reporters and stuff. We know the respect we have for one another by being on the field. Just because you played in the big leagues doesn't make you an expert when you've been in your basement on all this stuff. This will be one of the hardest regionals, but you can sit there and go regional by regional. I mean, you're down to 64 out of 301 schools. They're all going to be hard. So they're hard at home. They're hard if you're on the road. Every one of these regionals, you're going to have to do something special. We're not going to be able to just play the way we've been playing or just show up. We're going to have to do something if we have any opportunity to put ourselves in position to win this regional. We're going to have to do some amazing things. Showing up will guarantee you nothing. We'll have to execute. We'll have to pitch good. We'll have to defend good. We'll have to get some timely hits along the way. But that's what it's supposed to be like. What's supposed to happen in the Southeastern Conference is you play 10 consecutive weeks. And when you've seen, I could just name any school in our league, when you've been on the road and won a series at LSU, when you've gone on the road and you've played at Tennessee, who's been the best team in America all year, when you've swept to South Carolina here, swept in Alabama here on your home field. As good as all these teams are, we're not going to be challenged or see any more than we've already seen. We've already seen 105.5 miles per hour. We've seen it all. That's what's supposed to be the advantage of being an SEC team. It's not the pride and boastful pounding of your chest. It's actually what you've had to compete against. Is our team prepared? Yes. But it's got to go execute and prove it to have a chance in this region.